Hey y'all. I just want to come because this been on my heart for a while to say, but now that everything's come full circle, I really I want to encourage somebody with my story. So March 20th, 2018, I was fired from my job. I had been there since internships. I've been there since August 2016. March 20th, 2018, I was fired due to an issue with a client, and they took the client word over mine, and that was it. So of course I went through the natural emotions of just the hurt, the frustration, the confusion, the what's next. Because I'm new to the field, so I don't have a lot of, job experience in the field I'm working in now. So I just really was confused. Then about 2 weeks later, on April the 7th, found we had to put our dog down because, she's old. And for those of y'all that know me and my dog, y'all know that was like my little sister. Then the yeah, like I was saying, my dog was like my little sister, and then the following day, found out my aunt passed. And this was an aunt that was close to me. She was more like a big sister than an aunt. She passed, and it was totally unexpected. So, in the span of about 2 weeks, I went from losing my job, losing my family pet, who was like basically a family member, and then losing a loved one. So, y'all, as y'all can imagine, I didn't know which way was up, down, around the corner. I had lost track of days and time. And it was just, I lived through, like I said, I lived through a point where I know God don't put more on you than you can bear. And that is nothing but the truth, because Lord knows I was bending, but I never broke. And that's the main thing to remember in all trying situations in life. You will bend, but you won't break. So yeah, I don't know what that knocking is, y'all. Excuse it. But anywho, I was at a point, and I was going through a depressive moment in my life because I didn't, bills still have to get paid. You can't call up the car note man, the car insurance man, the credit card man, the student loan man. You can't call him and say, oh, my auntie died, my dog died, and I lost my job. He's going to be like, okay, but this bill's still due by the 5th. Okay. So a few weeks ago, I was on Tia's podcast. Y'all remember I was, talking about mental health on there. And I was talking about how when you're not intentional with your word, you get complacent, and God will make you uncomfortable. And I mentioned how I got fired. So when me mentioning that, a colleague of mine from the previous cohort of my master's program, she mentioned her job was hiring. So see, when you tell your story, it opens up for other people to help you. God uses other people. But yeah, God used her to tell me, apply for this job. You're going to love it. I love it. Da, 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 da. I applied, had an interview a week later, and then a week after that, y'all, got the offer. Now, mind you, I'm still a little wary because, when you get job offers, anything can happen between the actual start of the job and, the giving of the offer. So, I was still a little, let me be calm. Let me just, go through the process of accepting all this stuff, but let me not act prematurely. Don't announce nothing prematurely. And I say all that to say today I finished my first day on my new job. And when I tell you God works wonders, I got a week paid, training in Orlando. Hotel room, gas, food, everything paid for. I don't got to come out my pocket for nothing. But I've given my little testimony to say, y'all, you may not understand God's plan and, his rhyme or reason to doing certain things, but it's always for your good. So, if you're going through a rough time, or if you feel like nothing's going right, just be patient. It's going to pay off, because y'all, back in March and all of April, I was a mess. And I can admit that, especially being in the mental health field, I have to be transparent. I was a mess. And, some days I woke up, I didn't know which way was up. But all that, I'm able to appreciate what I got today. So I say all that to say, don't give up, y'all. Just keep pushing. God is always working. And also, y'all, you never know who God is going to use to get you to your next step. So make sure you always keep your face card good. You know, I'm gonna throw a little hood slang. Keep your face card good. Be nice to anyone and everyone you meet who deserves it. Even if they don't deserve it, just still, you know, you keep your